It's time now for a special series lifting the lid on one of the toughest and most stressful jobs in education. All this week we'll be getting a unique insight into what it takes to be a primary school head teacher.
Our education correspondent Peter Byrne has spent a week with Sarah Moore. She's the head of Oak Tree Primary School in the Midlands. Tonight, in the first part of Heads Tails, we find out how Sarah's job involves juggling many different roles.
Izzy's beautiful. Dante's got a very handsome smile this morning. There you go, boys. I'll see you later for a sticker. Hang on, Mason.
Welcome to Oak Tree Primary School. Home to 280 children, 50 staff, and top of the tree, one head teacher, Sarah Moore.
What a team! Oak Tree's a very special school. It's in the middle of a large council estate. It's a very deprived area. We have a lot of pupil premium funding for that reason. But the thing that you'll notice as you spend time in this school is that the children are absolutely wonderful.
Sarah has been a head teacher for 9 years, 2 of them here at Oak Tree. She's also a national leader of education, which means she helps other heads to improve their schools. And now she's agreed to give us a unique insight into her role.
Okay, so you're going to be wearing this all week. Okay.
We fitted her with a camera so we can follow her every move.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
We've also put one in her office to see what goes on behind closed doors. Unprecedented access to film a week in the life of a primary school head teacher.
Morning, everyone! Morning! Morning, Mr. Frank. A nice start to the day. I get here normally about 7:45, 8 o'clock, check my emails. I'm there for the staff when they arrive. They need a quick minute, 2 minutes for this or a minute for the other. And the day just goes from there, whatever. Good morning, friends! Good morning, friends! Oh, what lovely enthusiasm and look! Lots and lots of fantastic parents and carers today. We're going to sing our school song. We are the children of Oak Tree School. We take the pride in the things we do.
Running any school and ensuring children make the most of their ability is a huge responsibility. But the job of leading a primary school is widely regarded as one of the toughest in education because you have to wear so many different hats. You may well have to do some teaching.
I suppose you could have a pet pig. I'm not sure I'd want a pet pig.
Always be looking to raise standards.
Is everybody behaving? Sort of.
Recruit and manage staff.
New teacher! Got a new teacher!
And keep everyone safe on site.
Unfortunately, we've just been flooded. Oh, my lovely new school.
And in every role, the buck stops with you.
Nobody can tell you, if you spoke to any head teacher, nobody can tell you the responsibility can be very overwhelming. And that's not to say it's not rewarding, but being responsible for everything is huge, and it can be a little bit scary sometimes.
There are many things that we have to do and achieve. There are many things that we're very proud of. There are also many things that, in a sense, can clutter our day. And what we have to do is we have to prioritise, and we have to make sure that schools are safe and happy environments where children learn well.
You don't have to follow me. You can go wherever you want to be an elephant.
On tomorrow's programme, we'll be seeing how Sarah tries to get the best out of her children. In the classroom,
So fun.
in the head teacher's office,
It keeps happening, and it can't.
and on a trip to the local hospital.
You don't have to limp, it's your shoulder.
Well, the one politician who will have the biggest impact on the life of head teachers over the next year at least is the newly appointed Education Secretary Nicky Morgan, who's just taken over from Michael Gove.
Today, Birmingham MPs have been urging her to get a grip on the Trojan horse affair. The report, which has been extensively leaked before its official publication tomorrow, is expected to condemn the City Council and the government for failing to spot warning signs that openness and tolerance were being compromised. This from our political correspondent, Alison Mackenzie.
Intolerance at the heart of City's Trojan horse schools. The findings of the Peter Clark report were all over last Friday's Guardian newspaper. Liam Byrne, the Hodge Hill MP, has written to the newly appointed Education Secretary Licky Morgan, accusing her predecessor of having leaked the report. He was on his feet today in the Commons.
Will she now apologise to my constituents for what Peter Clark has called the benign neglect of Parkview Academy since it became an academy 2 years ago? Will she respond positively to my letter of last week calling for a new joint director of school standards in Birmingham so that this never happens again?
Well, the Honourable Gentleman will have already heard my earlier answers, which is that these matters are to be discussed more fully tomorrow on the publication of the Clark report, but I pay tribute to the work that he has done. I do have his letter and I will be responding to it.
Shabana Mahmood, the Birmingham Ladywood MP, was also on her feet, concerned at the leak and the future governance of some Birmingham schools.
Will the Secretary of State recognise that improving oversight of schools in Birmingham will require support, trust and confidence from the local communities affected, and will she acknowledge, therefore, the damage done to this task by the leaking of the Clark report, which shows that at the very least oversight in her own department could do with some improvement as well?
Well, can I say to the Honourable Lady that I entirely agree with her. I look forward to working not only with the local community but also local members of Parliament, who I think will be critical in getting to the bottom of exactly what has happened here. There is absolutely no place for extremist views in our schools, and I will be saying more about this tomorrow.
Gisela Stewart, another Labour MP, on her feet, concerned about how future governors could operate under a fragmented system, as she described it, set up by the coalition. The full report by Peter Clark, the counter-terror former chief at the Metropolitan Police, is out tomorrow. Alison Mackenzie, ITV News, Westminster.
Now, love them or loathe them, there's no doubting the popularity of caravans. Thousands are on our roads this week as people head off for the summer break, and with that popularity comes a warning.
Yes, last year in the West Midlands there were more than 380 incidents where a caravan was towed dangerously, in some cases with tragic consequences. David Wood reports.
It is out of control, probably travelling too fast, and the driver is unable to stop the inevitable. So-called snaking caravans are all too common a sight on our roads, especially over the summer, and lead to crashes which cause long delays. But it seems many drivers who tow them aren't aware how to do so safely. And that's something Keith Rogers is trying to change as he teaches holidaymakers how to tow. And he says there are simple ways to regain control of the trailer.
To get out of a snake, you just take your feet off the accelerator. Do not accelerate. Let your hands relax on the wheel. Don't hold it really stiff, and just let the car try and straighten yourself out. Let the engine brake. Use the engine brake to slow the outfit down, and hopefully you'll be able to pull it and get it all straight again, and then come to a halt and just sit back and rest.
Last year there were nearly 5,500 accidents involving caravans on the UK's roads, with more than 4,000 of them between July and September. But experts say simple mistakes are causing accidents, from loading the trailers badly to not checking tyres, which at times can spend months not moving at all.
Caravan tyres can crack around the top of the tread, and quite a few accidents are caused by the actual tread parting company with the body of the tyre. The recommendation is that your tyres should be no more than between 5 and 7 years old. Very easy to check because you've got the word DOT on the outside of the tyre, and then there's a little set of numbers on this one, 2610. So that means that this tyre was made in the 26th week of 2010. So I know that tyre this year is 4 years old.
Most accidents involving caravans can be easily avoided if drivers know how to react properly. And if they learn how to do so, they'll help save lives and stop delays. David Wood, ITV News.
Ooh, that was the end of a holiday, wasn't it, for somebody?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that brings it home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Now, we're a few weeks into the search to find an amazing fundraiser to represent ITV Central at this year's Daily Mirror Pride of Britain Awards.
Yes, here's how to get in touch to nominate someone you know.